Joey Longo, A Gangster's Tale, by J.N. Wdowski. For your full enjoyment, be sure to read, listen, or watch to the end. Let us know what you think. Positive and negative comments are both welcome. Chapter 22, The Beast, the Next Day. Joey had a restless sleep that night. May was already awake and dressing when she woke him. "Joey, I want to leave." "Leave? Go where?" Joey looked up at her as he came out of his shallow sleep. "I am going back to Chen." She looked determined. "Can I have my phone back? You won't have to worry about me spying on you." He reached into his pocket as he stood up. "Are you sure?" he asked her as he handed her back her phone. "You couldn't protect Anita," she replied, taking her phone and putting it into her handbag. "I made the mistake thinking she was safe in the hospital, that her being publicly known would have protected her from Chen. I'm keeping you close to me, or at least with Tommy. You are safe here." He tried to sway her. "If you could not protect her here in America, how can you protect my parents in China?" May-Hwua moved past him and opened the bedroom door. Exiting the bedroom, they both saw Tommy rising from the living room couch. Joey followed her into the living room. "I understand, but going back to Chen will not guarantee their safety either." She turned to face him, tears rolling down her cheeks. "And staying with you, they will be harmed. Chen will see to it. My only hope for their safety is to go back to Chen." She gave him one last kiss, turned her back to him, and left the apartment, closing the door solidly behind her. "You're going to let her go?" Tommy protested. Joey looked at him. "She's right. I couldn't protect Anita. I cannot protect her parents. Her best chance is to go back to Chen." "What of Chen? Are you going to let him get away with what he did last night?" Tommy was angry. "No, I need to talk to McGregor. If we can tie the assassin back to Chen, we can take him out of play," Joey responded. "Can we?" Tommy questioned. That afternoon, Joey stood frustrated as he looked down upon Detective McGregor sitting behind his desk. The smell of coffee mixed with the musk of the detectives and police officers filled the room. The protesters' chants echoed up from outside the building. Joey's tolerance for them was reaching a limit. "So, there were two shooters?" McGregor pushed the ballistic report across his desk for Joey to examine. Joey picked it up and read it. "The ballistics are different." "Yep. The kid Patty killed was not the assassin who took out Chen's gunman. Someone else, a pro, executed him," McGregor explained. "He's not?" Feeling the weight of everything pressing down on him, he finally sat in the chair across from McGregor. "Isn't he one of Chen's men?" McGregor shook his head. "Nope. Not even Chinese." "He wasn't Chinese?" "He was a white, 21-year-old kid, born and raised in America. We searched his social media and interviewed his mother. He is a self-proclaimed social justice warrior. He left a TikTok video that Anita was connected with you and was promoting Asian hate. He claimed that she was a Nazi, that it was intolerable for her to be a school teacher where she could brainwash and radicalize the next generation." "He was stopping the formation of future Hitlers?" Joey asked. "Yup," confirmed McGregor. "Many groups online are already turning him into a martyr to stop fascism and hate in America. That he was on the right side of history, the fact that he was a good-looking young man, he is being seen as a sex symbol by some, men and women." "Men and women?" Joey was not really surprised. "We are worried that idealizing him will lead to copycats," the detective added. "It will. Is there any way to connect this kid to Chen?" Joey hoped to find any silver lining. He shook his head. "From everything we know of him now, he acted completely on his own. My other problem is our prisoner was executed by another gunman. We have nothing on who that could have been." "This is not good," Joey sighed. "No, it is not." The older man answered, "I cannot touch Chen. I have nothing to connect him." At that moment, dozens of phones in the detective office began to ring. McGregor picked up his phone and stood immediately as he listened. "We're on it." On what? Joey also stood as McGregor pointed to two other detectives to join him as they all headed for the door. Chen's restaurant. McGregor answered, not turning to face Joey. Joey kept up his quick pace and followed him out. What about it? Rushing down the hallway towards the stairs to the garage. Drive-by shooting. They hit Chen's place. Not sure how many wounded or killed. 15 minutes later, Joey was with McGregor as they drove up to the Long-Life Golden Walk. Several ambulances and patrol cars were already there. The front of the restaurant was riddled with bullet holes. Broken glass, brick fragments, and wood splinters littered the inside and outside of the establishment. The patrol officer that was driving shut off the siren as he brought the vehicle to a stop. As they jumped out of the unmarked car, they noticed the light smell of gunpowder and screams and cries of the anguished filled the air. A uniformed officer approached McGregor and Joey. They used fully automatic weapons. Luckily, it was before the dinner rush. Joey watched the EMT workers taking wounded out on gurneys and placing them into ambulances. Once filled with the wounded, they shut the doors and sped off to the hospital with sirens blaring and lights flashing. How many? The officer first looked to McGregor for approval before answering Joey. There were 3 seriously wounded, along with 5 others with minor wounds. We have 2 dead on the scene, a 45-year-old tourist from. He looked at his notepad. Edison, New Jersey. He was with his wife. The second victim was a young Chinese woman. We think she might have been a hostess or waitress. Jimmy Chen? Joey asked. He was in his back office with his men when they were hit. Not even a scratch. The officer led them into the restaurant and to the bodies that were covered on the floor. The wife was kneeling next to her husband's body, crying uncontrollably. It was mostly his front staff that were hit and a few customers. Joey turned to the woman's body. A sinking feeling hit him. He went to the bloodied white tablecloth that covered her face. Blood pooled near her head. He pulled back the white cloth. Looking into her face, his lower lip began to tremble as his eyes began to pool. It was May-Hwua. One bullet had hit her on the side of the head. McGregor walked up to the body. He looked at her, then looked at Joey. You knew her? Joey did not reply. Too bad, Mr. Longo. Chen stood before him with 2 of his men standing behind him. Such a beautiful flower cut before her time. Joey looked at Chen. He wanted to kill him then and now. McGregor placed a firm hand on Joey, keeping him from doing something he would regret. He reminded him. Chen was the one hit. He didn't do this. Was he? I see only wounded and dead innocents. Joey snapped as his eyes locked onto Chen. It seems to me, Mr. Longo, that associating with you shortens young women's lives. The school teacher last night, and now poor May-Hwua. Chen smirked as he looked down at May. McGregor pulled on Joey as he looked at an officer. Take him back to the station. Yes, detective. The officer replied gently, pulling Joey to leave with him. Joey left with the officer, but his eyes never left Chen and his gunman. An hour later, Joey walked into Rodrigo's nightclub. After being frisked, he was escorted to the back room where Rodrigo sat behind a desk chewing on another unlit cigar. Sitting in front of him was Teresa. Rodrigo gestured to an empty chair. Tequila? Joey refused the seat and remained standing. I am good. He looked at Teresa, who seemed angry and had been crying. He then glared at Rodrigo. The drive-by on Chen's place, I assume that was you? Teresa snapped. He killed Anita. Actually, the gunman has no connection to Chen. He was just a basement-dwelling radical. Joey responded to her. Was Chen's place hit? Rodrigo played innocent. Joey turned to Rodrigo. You know damn well he was. I told you to hold your horses. I need to discredit him first. Rodrigo smirked. I don't work for you, Longo. You missed Chen. He and his men are unscathed. You wounded civilians and killed a tourist. Worst of all, you killed an innocent girl. Rodrigo wiped the grin off his face. Collateral damage. The unfortunate side effects of war. He bit hard on his cigar. Perhaps people will learn it is not safe to patronize his establishment? Are you not capable of any remorse? Joey was dumbfounded by Rodrigo's callousness. Remorse for what? I told you it wasn't me. Rodrigo grinned at Joey. Don't you trust me? Joey knew he was lying. No more hits. You have helped Chen in this attack, not hurt him. Please continue to chapter 23. Fall out.
To support the author, please like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Mirror's the only crowd. I see his gaze, no claps, no cheers, just the beat of my chest. The grind don't need applause to manifest. From the curb where dreams got chalk outlines to the skyline, sharp as a porcupine. Told myself, keep walking, let the talk decline. Cause shadows only stretch when the sun aligns. Empty room, still I spit flames raw.